Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back with another Paladins video. I'm playing some Raum today. My most played frontline by only a little bit, beating up Mako there by a tad, although this isn't fully accurate I don't think because of how many times the leveling system has changed and they moved stuff around or whatever, because I've been playing for so long. I think I'm playing Mako more overall, but right now Raum is technically the highest level, and he does get beaten out I think by Ceres compared to everybody else, but he's really up there. Even though I played him a ton, I still really enjoy my time with Raum. He plays very different than most of the other front lines, in a bad way sometimes. We're also going to run the Christmas skin, because I went to do this for Christmas. I completely forgot. It's basically New Year's at this point. The builds have been the same for as long as I can remember, really. You have extra health, you have extra healing, which did get, I think, nerfed at some point. You have F reset if you want to run it and you want to run around more. You have damage reduction on the Q, all normal sort of stuff with him. But anyway, here we go for game 1. Onslaught Magistrates. We've got a Victor, Damber, Corvus, and a Buck, Dredge, Fernando, Zin, Azan, and Ceres. A pretty ideal scenario here for him. The only thing that really counters this is the Dredge and Ceres a little bit, but Ceres should be really focused on heals because of the team, so we won't take too much damage, I don't think. Running around with the F would definitely be a nice thing to do here, but I think I need to play and just focus on like being a solo tank because that's what the team needs. We've got Lacona's Wrath, which should be really good here. Shrapnel 2, Bounce House, Spreading, then Smolder, Mortal Reach, Help, Assistance, and Scorch. I don't know why I'm running directly like this, but let's go after the Dredge, I suppose, who's just kind of out of place. Ceres is healing him. This isn't going to work. I didn't really want to run into 2 tanks, but it seems to be worse. Dead there to the entire team. I was trying to hold him off. That was a really awkward play to start. We'll grab some Rejuvenate. Buck, I don't think is here just yet, which would maybe explain why that went so badly, because if it's a 4v5, go for the ult just there. That's a 3-man. It's not going to do anything though, because the team isn't here. That's the one thing with Raum is, even if you're the best Raum ever, you are very team dependent. You can make your team's life really easy, and you can make a really big impact on the game, more so than a lot of other tanks, even if you're playing like sort of mediocre. But at the end of the day, you do really depend on them. That was a Zin ult, we're fine. That's a Ceres ult, Victor ult. I guess we kind of turned it around a bit. We'll just get rid of the Victor here. Victor, that's a Fernando. Victor is also here, but let's finally get rid of the Fernando. We have to go through his entire shield. Damber should start to spin up a little bit here. Now he's getting his Death Hands going. That was a Damber ult. Zin should just be gone. That's an ult on the Fernando. Sure, no real reason to not just pop it because it gens really quick. They've got the double tank. We are going to be blasting away with that ult a ton. Bit of a tough game for Raum, to be honest, just because of the team. I feel like these guys are going to really have to step it up. Going to go for an ult here. That's somehow 1 man. I don't know how I didn't hit the Zin there as well. I tried to F. It's a Ceres ult. I didn't pull anybody. I was going to die there anyway. I feel like I should have Wrecker, but it is just for him. So that seems kind of silly. I'm just going to keep firing into anybody I can here. We'll get rid of him if that's possible. Ceres is also nearly out. Hey, there we go. That somehow worked. There's double tap with the F. Just blast through the freaking Azan. You really are an aggressive frontline if you're playing him properly. You just kind of want to get in and blast with the weapon. He's so gone. There we go. There's a Q. Damber ult. Try and get rid of the Ceres. I guess I'll go for my ult here. Don't think that was really necessary. He is still up. Never mind. Eventually gone. There's an F. You have so much health if your team's covering you with like heals. That was a Victor ult, but we are just going to run the full tank thing here. I think I kind of need to be honest. I was going to ult. I was a little bit too slow with it. I guess we can pop it now. The Fernandos are nearly gone. There's an F. I am out. Victor there saying, wow, I don't know what. I think their tank hacker. Did he just get hit for like 2k from a fireball and is surprised? I don't know. Feels like we're getting kind of shredded in this one, but it's also somehow kind of close. We definitely could still win it. There's a Q. I've not used the ult particularly well so far in this one. Fernando has got a ton of resilience, which makes it way less strong. That's not even a proper way to word what I'm trying to say. There's an F on the Azan. Just finish him off here. There we go. Corvus did die for it. That was an Azan ult. So we can get rid of the Ceres. There we go. She's kind of free. Victor ulting here. Got the F here. Push the Ceres. She's going for an ult. I tried to ult there again. I'm so slow with it. There's the Q. I think I'm dead. Maybe we can put him at an angle here and get a couple of them. That nearly worked. That played out pretty much exactly as I hoped it to, and it still didn't really work. Getting hits on him here, trying to finish off the Azan. He's so low. I tracked him relatively well there. Raum ended up being relatively solid there though. 70k, I'll take that. Victor also did fine. I'm not going to report anybody in that one. I don't think he threw. He just had a bit of a hard time. Damber could have done way better, like I said. Buck was pretty much AFK for that game, and Corvus was putting in an effort, but yeah, it was like 3.5 v5. Feel like I would have done better on Fernando. I've taken a weird liking to Fernando with the Scorch setup after I made that video, sort of trying it out and playing it a little bit. I've seen it also a ton more, but it works really well and it seems to be back, and very effectively so. They're 2 champions that you wouldn't really think play the same, but Raum and Fernando have a lot of similarities. Scorch Fernando, the way he works at the moment, in my opinion, is often better than trying to play like a damage Raum thing. We've got Leanne, Term, Jones, Andrew shouts out there to Revenge Trick on Buck. We've got a Pip, Term, Sati and Betty there for their side as well. Seems like a bit of a tough scenario for Raum, to be honest. We have Term here as well. Gonna go for Subservience in this one. Definitely the way to go because of general solo healer with the team we've got. But Paven to start. We'll go for the F setup as well. Godslayer, Luminary, Crush, Eminence, then Undying, Fiery, Bounce House, Combat Medic, and Heads or Tails. Definitely should be trying to play the point because I feel like we have a pretty big advantage here versus just a Term. I'm nearly dead already though. I don't know what happened. I thought we were just going to try and play the point. I just took a ton of damage from Sati out turn. That is one thing with Rom, especially compared to like a damage Nando thing. You feel significantly more vulnerable and easier to take out. Hello, Buck. We'll just get shots on him here. But this is kind of an easy duel for us. We'll Q and then F. Should have done it in the other order. That's fine. Sati is a big problem in this one though. I'm trying to make it so they can't just sit on the point for free, but it's kind of tough. I also need to get my little presence stacked down. That's a grip from the Genos. Buck should be gone. Never mind. Heals from the Pip and his self-heal. There's a right click just for 100 shield, I suppose. There's a Q, there's an F, wrong order there again. There's a tap on him, which is going to run around a little bit. I'm trying to play the point. I feel like we should be able to do it. The Q is like 1 second off here. I'm dead. Kronos would have been nice. I guess we go for it. That's a Pipple just on the term. He seems to be fine there. That was a weird Pipple, but I think it's our damages maybe not putting in the work right now. I feel like me and Term with the Generals are all kind of doing our thing. And maybe it's the Andro of the Ant. I'm not sure. There's a Q. I've got the ult. Do I go for it here? I'm in a weird spot, to be honest. That's a Sati ult. I think we can duel the Term. That's kind of the best thing for me to do. We'll go for the ult here. That hit the Pip. Did it hit the Pip? I don't know if I hit anybody with that. There's an F. The Sati coin, as annoying as it usually is. There's an F. We'll run all the way around. I feel like we're going to try and put in a fight here. There's a Q. That's an Andro. The sound effect on that one's very different than the others. I could barely even tell it was an Andro. He did get rid of the Pip there, though, and also Buck's gone. Don't know how I got knocked there by the Buck as I was loading up the F. That's painful. I'm dead. I guess we distracted them for a little bit. Buck ulted for some reason. That's a General Assault. Rip to the Betty. To be honest with you, this is another really weird one. I don't even know if I can explain why, but we'll just drop down here, help out with the Term. I feel like we should focus him down. That's a Pipple. I'm dead. Probably should have grabbed Resilience for that. I went for just the standard item set on Ram of Haven. Kronos, Rejuvenate Veteran. I think that's going to be a 0-2. As a Ram in this one, I get shredded whenever I'm just visible, so I need to try and play like weird angles and stuff. Gifts just randomly there. I didn't realize they persisted across rounds. Okay, and I've never noticed that before. I need to play like indoor weird areas like this. That slow is brutal, and I help out with our turn because that's the only way I think it's going to work. There's a Q. He's just gone. I can't do anything. I'm just going to have to try and wiggle away. There's a Q. I don't think the F like reset is really doing anything from here. There's just so much damage going around. That's going to be the 0-3. I popped the F trying to get in there. Term ulted. And Buck going in here on the Lian. She's just gone. I should have queued a little bit earlier. Maybe that would have helped, but I think it's going to really matter. Dead there again to the Pipple. But what I was trying to say is that Rom on this map is generally kind of awkward. I feel like our team comp could definitely work, but as a team we're not really playing like that compared to how they're playing at least. So it's definitely going in their favor really heavily. But Rom for me on this one is just tough in general. That's what I was trying to say. That's a buckle. We're going to Q and then F to run away. He's just going to jump into it. Well played. Generals there placing the ultimate, but I don't think team comp really matters that much here. I think it's mostly just coming down to how people are playing. I should probably go for like an ult or summon. Bit of a weird angle for it. That might catch somebody. Nope, didn't even hit the turn. It was right here. My ult's on Rom. You know, questionable at best. We'll just try and help out our Andrew here. Did pop the Q there for the heal on him. I'm going to F and just push up a little bit. Maybe we'll get rid of the Sati. She's on like 2 health here. Well done. Lian, Buck's honest, but I think we're fine versus a Buck. It really is just like a team thing with Rom. He really is team dependent. Very similar to Damage Nando, but that's I think the reason why I go for Damage Nando a little bit more is because if you are hitting your fireballs and you're playing really aggressively, you're a little bit less team dependent than a Rom is. Really, I'm doing that for the team heal to try and keep these guys up, but it's just going to come down to how much damage our team can do Andrew in the end. And a turn with Generals here. That was a Betty ult plus Buck jump, got us out of the F. I guess we tanked as much damage as we could have done there. The Ant ulting somebody. I didn't see who she was trying to hit. Term died, Generals died. There goes the Ant. Probably going to be a 0-4, but there we go. There are the stats for game 2. Term did alright, had a bit of a hard time. So did I. I'm surprised he died more than me there, to be honest. Andrew also was hoping we'd have a bit more damage. The Ant did quite well there, though, and Generals was healing for quite a bit. As for their side there, Sadie did a ton of damage with the coin. Buck was doing Buck things. Term didn't even die once. Pip was healing him for a crazy amount. Overall, Pip actually did really well there with the combat medic thing. Betty was a bit of a weak link, but still did really well. This was a really solid showcase for him, even though we lost both games for similar sort of reasons, because that thing happens quite often when we're trying to play him, and that's why a lot of people, I think, go for some of the other tank options because they don't suffer from that same problem as much. They all do to some extent, but yeah, Rom can feel really, really rough without the right team sort of synergy. I'm not going to go into it more than that because I've definitely done that in other videos, but it's a reason why I've sort of played less Rom recently, even though he is still the highest level frontline, and I've been going for some of the other like different options that have the same problem but in a different way, like Ash or Fernando, that can do a little bit more with what you've got available to you because they specialize differently. It's kind of what I mean. And yeah, I guess that's why if I was to rate him on like a tier list for how good I can do with the different characters, he would be a little bit just below average, I think. Even though I really enjoy him, I hope he gets some sort of changes sometime soon to do his specialty even better because he's in a bit of a different spot than a lot of the other front lines when it comes to like options and builds and stuff. Anyway, enough of me yapping. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Of course, let me know what you want to see me do next. I'll see you guys all very, very soon. And as always, stay frosty.